Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Couscous and this is the Get Ahead family. On this channel, I share information and opportunities on how to migrate abroad through studies and through jobs. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my experience on how I got a job in the UK with visa sponsorship from Nigeria. So that's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be like a story time. I'm going to be sharing my experience of the process, the application process, the interview process, and how I got the job. So welcome back to this channel. If you're yet to subscribe, now is the time to subscribe, okay? Click the like button, share this video to all the people you know are looking for visa sponsored jobs in the UK, and all the people you know that maybe are currently studying in the UK and do not know how to job hunt or how to apply for the job of their dreams. So I've had a lot of people come to my DMs or under my YouTube channel or even random social media posts. I've seen a lot of people saying there are no jobs in the UK, there are no visa sponsored jobs, is this, is that, and so many things. And what you need to know is that whatever you believe, whatever you absorb is going to probably be your reality. I have never believed that there are no opportunities out there. I have never believed that I am in a deficit of opportunities or I cannot secure opportunities. I've always believed that if I wanted something, I could get it. So for those of you who are new and really don't know about me, I'll just share a brief information about myself. So I am a Chevening alumni. I won the Chevening scholarship in 2020 and I came to the UK to do my master's degree in law. So of course, you know, Chevening is very competitive. It was my first time of applying for the Chevening scholarship and I secured the scholarship to the glory of God. I came to the UK, I did my master's. If you want to know about anything about how to apply to UK universities, how to get Chevening scholarship, it is on this channel. All you need to do is go to the different playlists on the channel and search for the right video you want and you would find it. Because Chevening scholarship demands Chevening scholars to return to their country after the completion of their studies. That's what I did. I gladly went back to Nigeria after the completion of my studies and I did like an update video of how it was going back to Nigeria after spending a year or two in the UK. I shared my experience with going back to my job, the weather change and all the culture shock that you would usually face after leaving Nigeria for a while. But because Chevening says that you need to stay in your country for up to 2 years. So that means that after 2 years, you can go wherever you want to go. They just need to know that what you have learned in your master's degree, you have at least been able to apply it in the Nigerian environment, in the Nigerian community, which of course I gladly did. I remember early this year, I made series of videos saying that I wanted my viewers to start thinking about relocating to the UK through jobs instead of through student visa or scholarships. I said that because I knew that I would also want to get a job, and usually based on the history of this channel, if you know, most of the things I have shared are usually based on my experience. The videos I have shared about how to get admission in a UK university is because of my experience. I had applied to several UK universities and got admission, which was why I was able to come and share with you guys how to get admission. The videos I have made about how to secure scholarships is because I was able to secure a scholarship. So most of the things I've shared on this channel is based on personal experience. So when I made that video, I said that I wanted to shift the focus of the channel, not completely from student visa, but I wanted people to be aware of the opportunity of relocating to the UK with a job. Because most of the people that I knew, most of the people wanted to come through student visa. I was done studying. I no longer wanted a student visa. Although I was still doing student content. I'm still doing student content, right? I'm still dishing out scholarships. I'm still dishing out student content in general. But I needed a job. And I knew that the 2 years that Chevening had given is going to run by very quickly. We used to think that 2 years is a long time. It's not a long time. Because before you know it, of course, the year is running. 2023 has been running like something has been chasing it. So I knew that there was no much time. And if you know what a UK recruitment process looks like, most times it is not an easy process. Most times it takes between 3 to 6 months to be able to secure a job in the UK because some of the employers have different stages of application, you know, different recruitment processes before they are able to select candidates. So when I had spent more than a year in Nigeria, I knew that 2 years was coming by so quickly. And I asked myself, did I still want to stay in Nigeria, or do I want to explore other opportunities? I decided that okay, I was going to explore job opportunities. The thing about a skilled worker visa is that the UK is looking for skilled workers, especially skilled workers in the shortage occupation list. I have done a video sharing the professions in the shortage occupation list, and because I'm a lawyer, law is obviously not one of the professions in the shortage occupation list. Lawyers are everywhere in the world, right? So I asked myself, you want to go back to the UK through a job? How are you going to get a visa sponsorship job? Your profession is not in the shortage occupation list. But you know me now, I don't really care about all those things. If I want something, I will put in my all for it. If I get it, fine. If I don't get it, I'll know that this is not for me, right? But I would only rest if I know that I have put in my all and maybe I am tired or I'm discouraged. Because there was a time that I started applying for jobs in the UK. I did not get one single feedback. Guys, I was applying for jobs. I even used a CV that I had paid about £300 for them to revamp. That's the CV I used in applying for jobs. I did not get one single interview. It was always unfortunately, regrettably, we regret to inform you. We are sorry to inform you. Thank you for applying. But at this point, we have decided to move on with other candidates. At some point, I just said, I'm not doing it again. I beg. What is it? Every time somebody will be applying for job. What is it? Why are you guys making it look like I don't know what I'm doing? So I was mentally fatigued. I was burnt out. So I was like, I told my friends, I am not applying for jobs again. I think I took a 3 months break from job applications. I took a 3 months break. I was not applying for jobs. I just faced my work. I was doing my work. I was doing my content. I just said I was going to rest from applying for jobs. And even while I was in Nigeria, I went back to my job. Of course, I had shared information about why I went back to my old job. When I was in Nigeria, I was applying for jobs within Nigeria as well. I was applying for jobs in Abuja. I will go for interview. The interview will go on well. But at the end of the day, it's either they don't get back to you, which I think is very rude. You waste my time. I make an application. You call me for interview. I prepare for the interview. I show up for the interview. I do the interview, and you don't even have the courtesy to give me feedback of the fact that, okay, you will no longer proceed with me as a candidate. Anyways, that one is just there. That's their problem, not my own. We move. So I took that 3 months break. I was like, I'm not applying for any job again, whether in Nigeria or abroad. I don't care. I remember I even applied for jobs to other European countries, in Geneva, in Netherlands. I was just applying for jobs, but I didn't get any feedback. So I paused. I took a break. After 3 months, I don't know where the inspiration came from. I think one of those days I was on the phone with my friend. One of them said, babe, are you sure you will not? My friends that were in the UK, actually, 2 of my friends that were in the UK, because most of the friends I made in the UK that were not Chevening scholars, they did not have to go back to Nigeria. Of course, most of them had finished their master's degree and already got jobs in the UK. So one of those days, one of my friends was like, babe, how do you feel about making further job applications? I just told her, well, I'm tired though. I cannot be applying for jobs and nothing comes forth. I am tired. Another time, I think a week after, another of my friend that is also in the UK was like, would you like to start reapplying for opportunities? How do you feel about it? I was like, actually, I don't mind though. I don't mind. Maybe I'll start applying for opportunities again. I didn't know that God was using them to minister to me, like to nudge me to get back into that mood. And I just noticed that I started having the motivation to start doing fresh job applications again. And that was the time I started making that video. I remember the very first video I started making in that period was the video I made about, I said, forget student visa. These are other ways that you could move to the UK. In that video, I was listing out the different ways, the different job visas are available in the UK, both permanent and temporary. And what you guys need to understand is that most times before I make a video, I do a research. And as I'm doing the research for that video, it is information to my soul. The information is sinking in, right? And most times when I'm making a video, I cannot share everything I know because of time constraints, right? So because I cannot share all the information I have gotten because of time, the videos don't have to be so long. I still have a lot of information in me, which I have picked up from the research, right? So while I was making that research for that video, I was getting a lot of information. After that, I was now like, okay, let me actually start. Let me see what jobs are available. The first time I was applying for jobs in the law firm, in UK law firms and all of that, I was like, maybe I should change my focus a bit. Let me apply to jobs in universities. After all, I have passion for UK universities, UK higher educations, right? So let me apply for legally related roles in universities. I have in-house experience, right? I can, I can function as a legal personnel in any industry as long as it's legal related, right? Okay, let me see how to transfer my experience, revamp my CV. So I did that video of websites to get a job in the UK. I did videos on 2 different websites to get a job in the UK. So when I discovered the websites, when I started looking for jobs, I discovered the 2 websites that I already mentioned in those videos. If you've not watched those videos, I don't know what you're waiting for. You better go and watch those videos. So I started applying for those jobs, and I was like, maybe since I didn't get any callbacks from the previous CV, let me do another CV. Let me just do another CV. Ladies and gentlemen, I went to Canva. I just copied one CV template and I was editing it and amending it to suit me. And whenever I identified a job that I saw that I could apply and this job is willing to sponsor. See guys, I don't want to say what I have already said in other videos. So what you should do is, if you're looking for a job in the UK, there are 4 videos on this channel that you should watch. The first 2 are the website that you should find a job. The third one is how to do your CV. And the 4th one is how to write a cover letter. Those 4 videos are the things that I did that got me my job. In those videos, I had shared, these are the ways you should identify that this employer is capable of sponsoring people abroad. These are the wordings that you should read to identify that this job, this particular vacancy can take people from abroad, can take people that need skilled worker visa. So I started applying for jobs. Hey! It was not funny. It was not funny because I used to tell people that applying for jobs is like a full-time job, because you're not just going to use one CV, one cover letter to be sending across. So once I identified the job I wanted, I had to curate my CV, right? I had to curate the CV and the cover letter to suit the job I was applying for. Every day I will apply for one job. Every day, one job. Every day, one job. So I did that for like 1 week. So that means I applied for 7 jobs. Week 1. Week 2, I continued. I was applying for similar jobs in UK universities. Similar jobs in UK universities. Legally related roles in UK universities. Every day, one job. Every day, one job. Guys, the second week, I got an interview invite. I was like, you say? Hey, Holy Spirit, what are you saying? I have been using a CV that I paid £300 to revamp. I did not get any callbacks. I don't even know if those CV made it through the ATAS. A CV I went to do on Canva. Let's say maybe I applied for 14 jobs in 2 weeks, right? And I did not just get 1 interview callback. I got 2 interview callbacks. And I was like, that means I am doing something right. Hey! I started telling my sister, I've got an interview invite. I told those my 2 friends, I've got an interview invite. They were like, praise be to God, glory be to Jesus. Because once you start getting interview invite, it means you're definitely doing something right. It means whatever you're doing, continue doing it. Hey, God. So I was like, that means I'm doing something right. So I was now gingered to keep applying for similar roles. I kept applying. So you know me now. I prepared for my interview like my life depended on it. So the first interview came. I was so nervous. I was prepared. I went to the university website. I read everything I could. I felt like the interview went well. It was virtual, of course. The interview went well. Oh, the feedback came. It was negative. I asked for feedback and one of them said, oh, your interview was good. You have good qualifications, but we felt like there was another candidate who was a bit stronger than you on that day. I was like, okay, fine. I had another interview. That one came with presentations, right? That one, they were like, you have to do a PowerPoint presentation. They gave me a task to solve. And then during the interview, they gave me 10 minutes to present my presentation. I did the presentation, PowerPoint. I was giving it to them. After I did that presentation and that interview lasted for 2 hours. I was like, I know say I try. Because I was giving it to them. I was answering questions. I was so pumped up after that interview. I was like, this one, I know I'll get it. I knew I did well now. Trust me. I was so excited. They said they were going to get back to me the following week. After the interview, I kept applying for other jobs. So I went to a cafe to continue applying for jobs. This email came in. We regret to inform you.
What?
I say, waiting.
Are you playing? What type of plane is this?
Hey!
Please, wait. I want to understand what's going on.
I was weak. I was downcast. I don't even know how to describe how I felt. But I know that I was numb. I was weak. I couldn't type again. I couldn't even lift myself. I was too weak. After all I did for them in that interview.
God have mercy upon us.
I was completely demoralized is the word. I was demoralized. By the time I got that interview invite, I had gotten another interview invite. So the second interview was the previous week, and the third, I was expecting to do the third interview. And the third interview was the most high paying role in all the applications I had applied for. So I was like, this other one that I thought I did extremely well, you people did not call me. Is it this other one that is even a higher paying role that you people will call me? I was so discouraged. I told my sister that I don't even know what to do again. And they just kept encouraging me. I told my friends that the one I thought I did well, nothing came out of it. So I don't think that I was beginning to be very discouraged. The Shah just encouraged me that don't worry, just prepare for this one, just do your best. God will handle the rest. So I just said, since I already accepted the interview invite, since I already confirmed my availability, because I wanted to cancel the interview. First of all, it was the highest paying role in all the jobs I had applied for. Secondly, the ones I thought I did extremely well, they didn't select me. So I just felt like it was going to be a waste of time, because me doing an interview, like, I'm not going to be able to do any other thing 48 hours to that interview. All I'm going to be doing is preparing for that interview. And that takes a lot of time, right? So I was like, I'm just going to do the interview and get it done with, please. I cannot stress myself. So this third interview, they told me that they are going to send me a task to solve before the interview, and then they're going to now commence the main interview. The interview also lasted for another 2 hours. I got ready. I got ready. I did the interview. The thing is that these people will be very nice to you. They are very polite. They'll be telling you good things. When you ask them, okay, based on my responses and my skills on my CV, do you think I'm most suited for the role? They'll tell you, oh, we think that you fit the role. We think that you have all the experiences we need. If you don't think that I have, just tell me. But they will never tell you. So I already took their niceness for it does not come from the heart. These people will just be smiling with you in front. I was so upset. So the interview I did, the task that they gave me, it was time bound. I did the task. I met up with time. I sent it back to them. I hopped on the interview. Hi, hello, my name is Couscous. They'll introduce themselves. How are you? Can we get to meet you? If you guys need interview tips, call me. I am that person. I would rather over prepare for an interview than under prepare. And that's that has always been my mantra, and that's what I have used so far. That's why I don't apply for random jobs, too many jobs, because I know that I cannot keep up with the preparation, because I always have to bring my A game, right? I shall know that even the ones that I was rejected, I still brought my A game in those interviews, and the response or the decision was out of my control. I did the interview. They asked me this. I before the interview, I had digested their website. I had tried to link my skills to what they do, so that whenever they ask me something, I'll bring up an example that I have done before. I was ready for them. So the interview, I think, went well. And I asked them, based on my responses, do you think I'm suitable for the role? They're like, yeah, we think that you're okay. We think that you're good. We're definitely going to get back to you. That interview was on Friday. The task that they gave me for that interview, because it was time bound, the task was 40 minutes. And then they were like, we don't expect you to complete the task. Just send it back once it's 40 minutes, no matter where you stopped. After that interview, because I did not finish that task, my mind was not at rest. My mind kept on telling me, go back and do that task. Go back and do that task. I was like, okay, I'll do it. That was Friday, right? Saturday, I was like, when I wake up, I'll do it. I woke up on Saturday, I didn't feel like doing the task. My mind kept on telling me, go back and do that task. I was like, I'll do it on Sunday. Sunday came, I did not do it. Monday, I was like, I don't want these people to come back to the office, open their emails on Monday without seeing that task. And the thing is, I wanted to send a thank you email, but I also did not want to send a thank you email without the task, right? So I was like, I would prefer for this email to drop before this person opens their email on Monday morning. But when I woke up on Monday, I was sick. I had serious diarrhea that day. I don't know if it's anxiety or what. I was so sick that Monday, I couldn't do anything. Aisha said that, bad as in bad. Before they send me that their rejection, me, I'll send them my own email. I was like, I need to send this email before they send me a rejection. I need to send this. I was so sure that I'll be rejected because I was like, you cannot surprise me. Your rejection email can no longer surprise me. Rubbish. So I was not like, I need to send this my response, my follow-up and thank you email before they send their own. And because I don't want to send it without the task, let me kukuma do that. I remember that day I was sitting on the floor. My laptop was on the couch because I was having diarrhea. I couldn't sit up properly. I was going to the toilet every 5 minutes. I was sitting on the floor. I was doing that task. I was like, God, let them not send me rejection before they get this email. At least let it be that I send the email before they reject me. God help me. I finished that task. I finished that task around 1 p.m. I now send the email. Oh, thank you for taking the time to interview me on Friday. I really enjoyed chatting with you and your team. Because I did not have the time to finish the task during the interview, I thought that I would look at it again and let me know if you would like me to send you what I have done, if you would like to see. Because I didn't want to attach the document so it wouldn't be like I'm playing smart. I'm trying to outsmart other people in the interview. I wanted them to give me the consent to send the task to them. I send the email. I'm like, don't worry if it's not necessary. I just thought of doing it again. Me that I was sick. After sending the email, I said, thank God though, you people did not reject me before I send that one. I forgot about it. I was doing other things. I sent the email around 1 p.m., right? And that was on Monday. The interview was on Friday like 10 a.m. or so. So that was on Monday 1 p.m. when I sent the email. So I think I went to look for food to eat and I checked my email by 3 p.m. And I saw an email from one of them because I was interviewed by 3 people. So one of them that they said was going to be the direct line manager for that role. And I saw an email from him. He said, oh, thank you, Kuseme. It was nice chatting with you as well. He said, do you have a minute to further discuss this role? I can't remember the exact word he said, do you have a minute to further discuss or to have a further chat? I'm like, yeah? This one that you people want to have a further chat. Did I fuck up? Like, what do you want to tell me? Oh, you cannot send a we regret to inform you email again. You want to now call me to tell me that you regret to inform me. Please, don't stress me. My heart started beating again. Boom, 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 boom. My heart, I was like, that was 3 p.m. Abby. He now said, oh, let me know if you are available today or tomorrow. I said, I will not wait till tomorrow so that I will be anxious for another 24 hours. Never. I said, I'm available to catch up by 4 p.m. I went to wear clothes, wear jacket, everything. I was like, what did they want them? Which kind of thing be this? God have mercy. I now hopped on the call. I was like, hi, how you doing? He's like, I'm good. In fact, on that particular call, I remember my laptop camera fucked up. It refused to come on. So it was just audio. Me that already wore my hair, wore jacket, everything. My camera refused to come on. I now said, oh, apologies, I'm having issues with my camera. I don't know what the problem is. He's like, that's fine, that's okay. This guy did not even waste time. He just said, we would like to offer you the job. I said, wait. I said, you say? He said, oh, we were very impressed with your interview and we would like to offer you the job. I say, wait till you talk. I did not say wait till you talk. Thank God that my camera was off, right? So I was like, Jesus. I was just pretending. I was like, oh, thank you so much for offering me the job. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that you're impressed with my performance. He was like, yes, we're very impressed and we think that you'll be a good fit for the role. Guys, the way I'm saying this thing is not the way I felt. If you know how I felt that day. So he now said that I wanted to discuss the salary with you to make sure that you are okay with it before we draft your offer letter and to also know if you would like to accept the job. Remember, like that, I will accept. I remember that during my interview, I asked them a question, would the university be willing to give a sponsorship visa for this role? And they were like, oh, we don't really know about that, but we are going to confirm with the HR. And me, I told them that in the job advertisement, it was stated that people that require sponsorship should apply, that the university is willing to sponsor. They're like, oh, okay. If that is so, it means the university will sponsor, but we're definitely going to confirm with the HR and get back to you. I said, okay. So when he now got back to when we're now chatting, I said, oh, we're happy to offer you the role. I asked her, what about the visa sponsorship? Were you able to confirm with the HR that you're able to sponsor? He said, oh, yes, we're able to sponsor. I'm like, In my mind, I'm like, hey, you guys remember that number one, I said I'm a lawyer. Number two, a legal career or a legal job is not in the shortage occupation list. I was also weak. I was happy. So he now mentioned the salary. And even though I was okay with the salary, remember that I told you guys that this particular job was the highest paying among all the other jobs that I had applied for. This was the highest paying, which was why I had some doubt that they may not want to give me. So he now mentioned the salary that was on the job description, right? On the job description, the salary was a range from this range to that range. So he now mentioned the beginning range. I now said, but I was hoping that it would be a little bit more based on my experience and my skills and qualifications. I always tell people, negotiate that salary. The highest they can tell you is no. The thing is that the fact that they are willing to offer you that job means they want you. The least you could do for yourself is negotiate that salary. The highest that can happen is they'll say, oh, unfortunately, we are not able to do that. Well, this is the budget for this role. We would really want you. And people always feel like, oh, if they offer me a job and I try to negotiate, they might offer another person. They might not get back to me. Lie. Before they choose to offer you the role, they want you. And if you choose to negotiate a salary that they do not have, their first response is not to run away and go to the next best person. It is to tell you that, oh, we may not be able to afford this amount that you're looking for, but this is what we can afford and we would really want you to work with us. Another way is if you do not get an increase in pay, you can ask for something else. You can ask for an incentive, like maybe, can I work from home for one of the days? Can I have a 4-day work week? Ask for something. They want you. They will give you. Even if they cannot give you, it is better you ask, because if you do not ask, they will not give. Anyways, I digressed. I'm going to wrap up, and then if you have any questions, drop in the comment section. You guys know me now. I'm a comment queen. I will respond to all your comments. I told him that I would love to accept the role, but I was thinking that you could do a little bit better with the compensation, considering my skills and what I bring to the table, right? So he now said he was going to speak to the director and they'll get back to me. But thank you for accepting the role. Once he speaks to the director and gets back to me on what the director accepts to pay, then once I accept, they are going to send me the offer letter. That's why I was dancing. I call my friends. I said, you will not believe it. I call my sister. I said, you will not believe. Guess what? It's like, what? When my in-law came back, I was like, you will not believe it. That interview that I did not like, they offered me the job. He was like, I knew it. I knew they offer you. The ones that you will not expect is the one that you get. And the funny part is that I remember after that interview, when my in-law came back and he said, how was the interview? I was like, he was just there, I beg. I'm not impressed. He was like, that's the one you will get. I'm like, Uncle Motivational Speaker, I beg, leave me alone. And I told him that he offered me. He was like, I told you so. When I told my sister that I got a job, he was like, wait, the job you're talking about, are they going to give you a visa? I said, yes. She could not believe her ears. Even me said I could not believe my ears, because I was like, you don't mean it. Just like that. And it took you guys Friday. Of course, they don't work on Saturday and Sunday. It means that they made that decision on first thing on Monday morning. And then he now said that, oh, he saw my email that, oh, I can send over the tax. Maybe let's just imagine that there was a tie or 3 people were really good and did not know which one to choose. And my email came in. And when that email came in, that email said, oh, it was really nice chatting with you guys. I think that your team is great. And I actually went back to do the task, and let me know if you want to see the task. That email must have blown their head. They were like, wow, so she actually went back to do the task. Okay. She is very desperate for this job. Anyways, guys, that's how I got the job, to be honest. If you have any questions, you know what to do. Drop it in the comment section. Your girl is here for you. That's why this channel is here. This channel is, as I am teaching you guys, I am also teaching myself. I am also motivating myself. And as I get the result, you guys are also getting the result. So one person asked me in the video that I said, these websites will give you a job with sponsorship visa. That website that I got the job from, in that video, the girl said, Kuskus, did you get the job? I'm very discouraged right now. I told her, babes, I got the job. This should be your motivation. So this video should be your motivation, guys. I hope that it's been encouraging. Share it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Congratulate me. Come on. Congratulate me, dog. I try. So congratulate me in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Subscribe if you're yet to, because I'm going to be, making more videos about the whole process, how I got my skilled worker visa. Guys, they say be careful what you wish for, be careful what you pray for, because when you get what you pray for, you people don't even know the drama that happened after I got this job. Before I even came, it was a lot of drama. Anyways, that's the end of this video. Thank you for staying till the end. Make sure you subscribe and share this video to other people. Make sure you drop a comment as well and watch other videos of mine. Please, if you want to support your girl, there is a super thanks option down this video. Please, you can always support your girl by clicking in that super thanks and appreciating your girl. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.